and Brownie.
The podcast.
Here we are on Friday. We made it.
We made it. We got there, Swanee.
Goodness me.
I had to go to the docks yesterday to get my first shot, my vaccine.
Yes.
And you know, I asked him about my finger while I was there. I sliced the top of my finger off the other night.
Yeah.
I was trying to cut an onion, and I just cut the piece clean off. So I threw it in the bin. And they said, you probably should have just used the end and just strapped it onto your thumb because it's like a second skin.
That's interesting to know. I would have thrown it out too.
Would have thrown it out as well. But then I asked the doc, and he goes, well, you know that your body will just heal itself. He said, you'll be fine. He said, back in the day, like wars and all those sorts of things, they would cut arms or legs off, and your body just heals over. Eventually heal over, providing you don't get an infection, Swanee.
Can you imagine having
your body's
your arm
designed
cut
just to heal over.
No.
Oh, my God. Yes, I know. The body
amazing, isn't it?
It's an amazing thing. It's a remarkable thing.
But it's interesting because he suggests that he went a bit quick with the bin.
Yeah.
I'm chucking my body part out. You went a bit quick with that.
Yeah.
And a doctor said that.
Well, it was just a big chunk. I thought that's of no use. But I'm not going to be able to sticky tape that back on to my finger.
You're fired.
I feel faint just thinking about it.
So there you go. There's a little tip for you out there this morning. If you do what I did and slice the end of your thumb off.
So you put it back on and then put the Band-Aid around that.
Put the Band-Aid around or steri strips or something like that, Swanee, and just protect the wound.
Very nice.
Hey, tidbits are coming up today. A lady before 6 o'clock called up and said there were some cheese biscuits called Titbits. That's pretty good.
I didn't know that.
Try and beat that.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
When it's time to trade laps around the supermarket for a trip to...
Just point me in any direction. My bags are packed.
It's time to What If It.
What If has great deals on a range of hotels and holiday rentals. Plus, you can book flights and car hire.
Visit whatif.com. What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Just quickly, Dino, my boy Jackie Brown, he hit me up last night again.
Oh, no.
Said, tell Dino, where's my Lego?
Ooh. You have promised him a very big Lego.
I just looked at Lego prices.
And wrap it up.
Like, if you want a combi van,
Yeah.
$270.
Yeah, hundreds of dollars. Yeah.
Still
What
kidding.
have I done?
Yeah, just to recap, Dino bribed my son Jack into a retirement speech because he's retired from football at the ripe old age of 8, and he bribed him with a Lego, and then Jack requested a big Lego and to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So I have to wrap it up and spend $300 on the little punk.
Can we put it on the credit card?
Oh, the work one. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Jackie.
Oh, geez, that's...
Oh, this is good news.
I'm not
Yeah, that's
sure.
a lot of money.
Anyway, we'll sort him out, but Jesus, he doesn't forget. He's got a memory like an elephant, the kid. He hits me up every day.
Particularly when it comes to Lego.
Swanee, David Teague was sacked yesterday morning.
Pipes warm up, please.
Big news.
Footy.
As announced on this show, I think we may have been first, Swanee, to announce that David Teague was going to get sacked.
I think.
Not that we're sort of dancing on his grave, but it was about 4 days too late, or maybe about 10 days late, Swanee.
He must have known.
He must have known.
If I'm talking about it.
It was poor leadership at the Carlton Football Club, what they put him through. At the end, they obviously knew they've been courting, it's been revealed they've been courting Ross Lyon for 6 weeks. Just ripped the Band-Aid off. They knew the review. They received the review a week or so before the end of the season. Show the man some respect and say, we're going to let him go. Your services will not be required any further. So,
Agreed.
And now they'll just go and get Ross Lyon. So there's all this sort of murky stuff about his departure at Fremantle and a supposed settlement. He had to pay to a female staffer. At the end of the day, he wasn't sanctioned by the AFL. They need to just make clearly they want Ross Lyon. He should be installed as the Carlton coach.
Yeah.
Lead the club. This club's just gone, would you say, as frolicked and just gone up and down, and just hasn't been able to make a decision one way or the other. So I'd expect Ross Lyon will be the coach not too long, Swanee. But so David Teague was told yesterday morning. You know when Vossi was told? I was in an operation. My coach, Michael Voss, was sacked 3 weeks out from the season. I was in an operation and woke up, I was in the recovery room, and Vossi came in and told me that he'd been sacked.
Oh.
I was like, Jesus,
That doesn't seem
these
like-
are heavy drugs.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you got 2 heads.
It would have felt like a fever dream.
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
So that was interesting, Swanee. And just to finish off too, leading in this weekend. So big round of football. Tom Hawkins plays his 300th game tonight, which is fantastic. What a great player he's been. They play Port Adelaide tonight in the first final. So the finals kick off. I'm not going to go through the whole ins and outs, Swanee, but looking forward to an exciting weekend of football because it's a bit boring at the moment, isn't it? We don't have a lot happening.
Yes.
So you'll be able to sit back, watch the footy tonight. Chiefs on in place of Gary Lyon.
Uh-oh.
Because Gaz is in hotel quarantine. He's gone to Perth.
Oh, God. So it hasn't even been announced, has it, that the grand final's going to be in Perth?
No, he's gone early. So
Yeah.
imagine if his
Just
team
in
Melbourne.
case.
Imagine if his team Melbourne went out in straight sets, Swanee, and he was stuck in a hotel room in Perth.
It's not ideal.
Shattering. Anyway, would you like
It won't happen.
Would you like me to grab Chief on the arse tonight?
Yes,
or something?
please.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
Don't move, gang.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Imagine never having to work for Dong. That's right, everyone. It's Who Wants to Be a Vietnamese Millionaire? And let's meet our contestant. It's Jeff, everyone. Jeff.
I love Dong.
Yes, Jeff, that's
course
the
you do.
spirit. One of the great currencies in the world. And as soon as we can travel it again and get back to Vietnam,
Wouldn't that be great?
we're going on a Dong spree together, Swan.
Yes.
Dong spree.
Yeah, I'm
you
just going
take
to
me,
have...
Dano?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, we'll all have pockets full of dong
Absolutely.
Yes.
and just hopes in our hearts.
You have one of those bum bags?
Yes,
Yeah,
a
just-
bum
just
bag full of dong.
falling out.
Secure it. Secure
Falling
your
out. Falling out.
Yep. Jeff, 3 questions correct here, and you get 1 million dong, the finest currency in all of the world. Are you ready, friend?
Yeah, ready.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Just a caveat here. These questions are put together by Brody, who fast learning is a degenerate. Which of these would you rather have? Babies or rabies?
Ah.
Babies, I think.
Correct.
Oh, is that correct?
Well, that was rabies, one of those
I
things.
bet you hasn't tried rabies, though.
Rabies
I
only
don't
lasts...
think you'd be that qualified.
Rabies only lasts for like a day.
Is rabies even a thing? Can you get rabies anymore?
Yeah, you can.
Off the
right
barley
on.
dogs, I reckon.
Yeah, yeah.
right.
In developing countries, absolutely.
Back into it. Oh, did I get to tell you guys my pen pal in Vietnam is a chippy?
No.
Yeah.
Fair dinkum.
Like all chippies, though, they do some jobs on the books. Sometimes he'll ask for the dong in hand.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Cash man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which of these is cooked? Eggs Benny or Todd McKenny?
It's a tough one.
Oh, both, but I'll go Eggs Benny.
It was a trick question, but he got it. He got it.
He got there in the end. Great question.
All right. 1 question off 1 million dong.
What? How you feeling,
retire.
Jeff? Are you nervous?
Ready to retire, so yeah, that'd be great.
Have you ever been this close to this much dong?
Yeah, no, I haven't. No.
I don't think any of us have.
He's on the cusp of Dongtown.
Hey, I know we've only got
He's on the boundaries, the outskirts, the city limits of Dongtown.
Just had, memories flood back to you. I was in Vietnam 7 years ago. And there was this beautiful fountain. And as per most fountains, you think you toss stuff in there
Yeah.
for good luck. So I'm there with my dong in the fountain and everyone's freaking out.
I would have thought everyone had their dong in there.
Just
but
draped it out.
obviously not. So they don't understand what good luck is.
For 1 million dong, which one of these... I mean,
He lost the question. Haven't
I wouldn't read this out.
I trust you.
You trust me?
Yeah.
You can't read that. Like, not
Yeah.
even you could do that. Like, with your sensibilities.
Give it here, Swanee. Give it a look. Give us a look.
It's probably a bit
It's
on
just
the edge.
too far, isn't it?
Yeah. I can change it.
Brody has full lost the plot.
Mate, that's an easy one. It's 26 past 6 on a Friday morning.
You would read that
Mate, absolutely. Fire away.
out. Which one of these do you blow? A bugle? Or Jeff, we gotta go.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie. Sam Wood. It's been a minute since this bad boy's been on the show, and you may have seen him from 28 by Sam Wood, The Bachelor years ago, and The Woodshed. This week, he's talking about Healthy Bones Action Week. Find out more at dairy.edu.au. Here's Woody.
Well, Sam Wood, welcome back to the show. It's been 2 or 3 years since we've seen your beautiful face.
I was actually thinking that. It's been far too long and lovely to see you all.
Yeah, it's really good to see you. Now, obviously, we've got a lot of time on our hands. Well, we may as well think about our bones. Why not?
Yeah, look, I think it's something we should be thinking about all the time. And I think, healthy bones are important at all stages of life. But I think when you're, in your older years or when you've got little ones, you're really conscious of it. And definitely making sure, with a 2-year-old and a nearly 4-year-old that they're getting plenty of calcium in their diet and plenty of dairy in their diet. And Willow's got one of the cutest little bluey lunchbox, and it kind of breaks up everything she eats into her little sections, and there's a little dairy section in there, and she makes sure she gets her 2 or 3 pieces in there. And then on the weekends, it's picnics and whatever else it is. But she loves making a smoothie with that after a workout and making sure she gets it in. And it is
I
important.
love a smoothie. I'm mad for a smoothie.
Sound like you got a bit of action in the background, mate. You got to fuel the kids up.
Mate, we're all up. It's when they asked if I could chat to you guys at 6:30, I said no problems at all. We've been up for an hour, mate. So Snez has done a workout already, and the girls are making trains, actually.
Yeah, the days are long, aren't they, Sammy? The days are very long.
You don't give mum a sleep in, mate?
No, that is. I look after the kids when they wake up to give her the workout time in the little home gym, because that's her. That's the quietest, most relaxing hour of her day.
Now, you are obviously own the Woodshed there in Brighton, isn't it, or somewhere there?
Yeah, just on the Penn Highway there. That's right.
All the members of that gym are obviously missing you terribly, as are members of all gyms all over Melbourne. What can we do to keep our sanity?
Yeah, look, I definitely think you want to keep moving and taking care of yourself, even though it's, even though your gym might be shut. As you know, Chrissy, I've also got my 28 program, which is all about taking care of people getting fit at home. And, you need to do something, I think, now probably more than ever. Take care of yourself, get yourself moving in the morning, boost your energy, boost your mood. I've seen you've become a walking machine, and that's put a wonderful smile on my face, and you look absolutely fabulous, and what a beautiful cause. So well done to you.
Thank you, Sam. Yeah, I've really, really embraced it. I'm doing 10K, between 10 and 15K a day. I can't believe
Kerry
it.
Saxby.
Yeah, it's the only thing keeping me sane, to be honest.
But look, whether it's getting outside and getting a walk in and getting some vitamin D, or doing a resistance workout at home, it's good for your mental health. It's good for your physical health, as we were talking about before. Good for your muscles. Good for your bones. And you've just got to do it, because we need to take care of ourselves both mentally and physically right now, and keep our resilience up, and keep our energy up, and keep our mood up. And it's a weird time. This time of year, most people are flying into their gyms and getting in shape for spring and events and holidays, and none of us are really planning for that kind of thing, but you still need to take care of yourself and, do it from home.
Sam Wood, why is no one watching The Bachelor anymore? Why do you reckon?
That's an interesting question. I did get asked that the other day, and I'm not really watching it myself, so it wasn't a great... we watched the first episode, and I don't know. I think the Olympics... Maybe.
That's a good point.
I got into Olympic fever, and it's one of those shows that if I don't think you get into it at the start, you don't necessarily... Oh, was it on after the Olympics? I don't know. Maybe that's not an example. But
Is it time for a swingers season where couples go on and choose other couples to get...
you spice things up a little bit, you reckon? Maybe it is. Jimmy seems like a lovely bloke. I don't think it's Jimmy's fault. Maybe it's just, I was on The Bachelor 6 years ago, which is crazy for Snez and I to think, that's for sure. as we sit here with kids everywhere and craziness everywhere.
Mate, you're at the height of it, though. I think they need to bring back Blake Garvey. just to really get the ratings lifted up.
Back by popular demand.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you remember Brody, our producer, our deviant producer, been doing work experience with you, Sam?
Brody.
You can say that.
His name's Brody Pomeroy. He would have been a problem.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, I do. His little best mate, Benny Cameron, best bloke ever. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Interesting. Uh-oh, what's happening?
Good to know you still remembered him.
What's this?
Oh, yeah. Now it's time for How Much Do You Bench Press with Jonathan Brown.
Did you hear that, Sam? This is one of Brownie's favourite segments called How Much Do You Bench Press?
We need a number.
Yeah, mate.
Around the 120 mark, Brownie. I don't know, we're talking for 10 reps or we're talking for about 4 or 5?
Whatever.
About 120 for 5.
Mate, that is unbelievable.
Unbelievable, Sammy.
This week is Healthy Bones Action Week. Find out more at dairy.edu.au. We love you, mate.
You're the
Thanks.
best, Sam. We'll see you soon,
He needs
man.
a licence for that.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
I'm so excited about this initiative that Nova are starting sort of ASAP. It's Chrissy, Sam and Brownie's free plug phone.
Oh.
Because we know times are unbearably, unbelievably tough for small businesses, and it's been going on for so long. The good news is that people want to support you.
Absolutely.
You know,
they do.
your fellow Melburnians are desperate to
around
get
you.
behind you and help you wherever they can, but they've got to know about you.
That's
Enter.
right. Need an awareness, Swanee.
Absolutely.
Looking for opportunities.
And normally advertising costs money, which, you know, no one has
can't
at the
do.
moment. Enter Chrissy, Sam and Brownie's free plug phone. You just got to call this number, 8420-3737. Leave a short message about your business and we'll plug you for free
Amazing.
on air throughout the day. It's 100% free. It's the least we can do to support you in these unbelievable times. I just don't know how these small businesses keep pivoting and changing and rolling with the punches and going online and going to click and collect. I mean, you must be so exhausted. So we are so thrilled to introduce Chrissy, Sam and Brownie's free plug phone. Get onto it.
8420-3737. 8420-3737.
That needs to be in a jingle.
It does. Maybe we should record that and release it on Monday.
8420-3737.
That's a good start.
That's not bad.
That's definitely not the end result. That was.
It's very basic bitch sort of level.
You basic bitch.
8420-3737. Wow.
You'll hear my voice on the end of that line, and probably not Brownie's.
8420.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
The
Two
podcast.
good things already. It's Friday, and secondly, here's Dave O'Neill.
Good morning.
How exciting to see you!
It's great. I'm out of my cave, like ScoMo said. You don't get out of the cave like the Croods, was
What
it?
was that?
It was a very odd reference.
I'm fearing it's going to be more like Jurassic Park when I get out of the
How
cave.
did that happen?
Correct.
Because Croods 2, I took the kids to Croods 2 last year.
Yeah, so did I.
And but how did that happen? Because these kids would be a little bit older. I wouldn't have thought they'd be sitting up. ScoMo wouldn't have been sitting up with Jeannie.
Jenny and the girls.
Jeannie and the girls watching Croods 2. And thought, this is a great reference. I'm going to use this.
It's just such a bizarre reference. It's not the sort of film that literally everyone has seen.
Is that what
It's
people want to hear if they're melting down? They want to hear some Croods anecdote from the...
I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah, I know.
What's all
the Flintstones. It's great.
Mate, you should have gone the Flintstones.
Yeah,
That
you should
would've
go to
worked.
the Flintstones.
Yeah, that
we're
was
going to get. He's going to go. We need cars powered by people's feet, like
Yeah.
on the Flintstones.
Nothing would surprise me. I've got some good news for the singles in this office. I've got a bag full of lasagnas. It's my singles lasagna drop, only for singles.
Desperate, our singles.
Because lasagna, don't you think it's a sort of dish that you make for 4 people,
Yes.
5 people? And so when you're living alone,
You end up eating it all week.
yeah, and you just don't make it.
No.
These people are not going
Ash
to.
is excited. She's
Yeah,
excited.
Ash.
I'm here for this.
Yeah.
I ate the last one you made last Friday and it was amazing.
Can I tell you, this one is better.
Really?
Yeah, this one is better. The sauce worked beautifully and there's bechamel in every layer and I'm really happy for you.
What's
You're
the
gonna
secret
love it.
ingredient?
In this
Nutmeg?
one, veal, pork and bacon. Yeah, I know. It's all really delicious.
I'm not going to use my hands when I eat it.
Yeah, you are.
Full dog bowl style.
Yes.
Oh, jeez. Okay, that'll be good when your hot date turns up.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast. Okay, Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch.
What?
Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch. Dino's pitch.
Yeah.
Chuck a meow in.
Love you.
Why not?
Let's go. Hey,
What you got for us, Dino?
I was real disturbed to hear Brian Taylor, legendary commentator Brian Taylor,
PT.
was in a gas explosion.
Channel
Yeah,
7's PT.
He was having a tinker around in his hot water service, which we've all done, by the way.
Oh, yes.
You know, when it turns off, you've got to get
Yes.
the pilot light
Pilot
out.
light.
Yeah, and Bristol would have been in.
I think he may have had the cigarette lighter
Yeah.
going just
Yeah.
to create some lights on him. Maybe to
Bristol.
have a look in and something happened.
And then, bang, that's what happened.
Now, yesterday we chucked around an idea called Flaming Brian.
Yeah.
Very similar to Roaming Brian, but instead the man's on fire.
And I text Brian that idea as well.
Yeah.
And what
he
do you
wrote
think?
back, ha ha.
He's
Okay.
in hospital. And,
He's on his hospital bed.
yeah.
But I reached out first and said, hope you're okay, mate.
Yeah.
Thinking of you.
Yeah, you did the right
asking
thing.
My best.
Yeah.
And then
By the
I
way.
waited till I saw the bubbles. And once I saw the bubbles, I thought, beautiful. He goes, thanks, mate. And then I wrote back, we are proposing Flaming Brian.
Yeah, good. Perfect.
He loved it.
It's like a cocktail.
Shows great emotional intelligence.
Get 4 flaming Brians, thanks.
He didn't say no, did he?
No.
No, he did not.
And he's going to make it.
He's got
Yeah.
a good sense of humour too, Bristol.
All right, well, let's do Flaming Brian. Now, I'm not real happy with the opener. Have a listen.
Flaming.
Flaming Brian.
I got the whole team in yesterday to do a barbershop quartet.
I like it.
I think
Are you serious? The whole team in yesterday.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah, it was really nice.
How long did it take?
They'll be wrapped.
I think Vic's a bit shaky. Like,
Yeah, Vic's a bit off.
Flaming
Brian.
but not bad, Vic. Like, still good. Anyway.
Yeah.
I like that Brody starts strong. That's Brody
Yeah, he's a
first.
Brody
Do
first.
it. Do it.
Surprise.
Former boy band
He's
member.
excited his girlfriend's about to turn up.
Just wait, listen.
Flaming.
Nice, huh?
Flaming Brian.
And then Vic just kind of rocks up like, Flaming! No, that's not
All right.
nice.
Oh, under pressure.
That's okay.
Right. She's been drinking
Victoria?
for 3
I have
months.
to have a word to her.
All right, so we'll play the opener, the segments in the middle, and then we'll wrap it up. Flaming Brian. Actually, he's speaking to Geelong, Flaming Brian, because
Yeah.
for you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, so
Wow.
Narcle's in this and Tomahawk.
Oh, Narcle.
Yeah.
Love Narcle.
The problem is they won't be over there. Flaming won't be over there. So what's he doing flaming via Zoom?
Well, somehow, Jonathan, he's done it, all right?
Oh, great.
Okay?
Here we go.
Magic of technology.
Flaming.
Flaming
Brian.
Narcle, good game, eh?
Yeah, I'm just trying to play my role. I'm not trying to sparkle all the time, but just trying to play my role and play the best footy I can for the team.
Cool nickname. Is that your nickname?
Just Narcs or Narkle, everyone calls me by my last name.
Thanks, mate. Oh, look, it's Tomahawk. Have a good game, mate.
We've had some really good matchups, pretty even tonight. Great player, really love the way he goes about it. It was a great duel between us.
Brian. Oh, it's fantastic.
Genius.
He's all good.
You are a genius.
I can hear the Geelong players backing away from Flaming Brian, though.
Nova.
Chrissy Swan, Sam Pang, and Jonathan Brown.
Chrissy's Celebrity Star.
Oh, this is some exciting news for ABBA fans, and Australians are the biggest fans of ABBA in the world.
We broke them in Australia.
We sure did.
We broke them?
Yeah.
I mean, we broke their success. We didn't break them.
spirit.
I think the members broke each other.
Yes,
in
they
ABBA.
did. They did. We were the first country that really got on board with ABBA.
Yeah, Molly was.
Even more than Sweden.
Yeah,
down.
Molly Meldrum
Yeah.
loved them.
This is my favourite ABBA song.
Okay, here we go.
Knowing me, knowing you. There is nothing we can do.
Play ABBA today. It's going to lift your mood. Easy, I know. So ABBA have teased a major announcement. There's going to be some new music. From ABBA.
They get the 4 original getting back together?
The 4 original.
Remember one of the women was living on an island?
Yes, I think that was
a recluse.
That was the blonde one.
Yeah.
Bjorn Ulvaeus and Benny Anderson.
Bjorn and Benny.
They returned to the studio in 2018, promising 2 new songs later that year, but we've been waiting and waiting and waiting. But apparently we only need to wait until the 2nd of September.
Was it 2 men and 2 women?
Yes.
Yeah, they went out with each other.
Was there any shenanigans I was going to say?
Well, I don't know, but they both broke up. They both married, weren't they? And they both broke up.
They were
2 couples.
It was 2 couples, and then they both broke up. And
then they would write songs about each other,
Yes.
and they'd have to sing "The Winner Takes It All."
The Winner Takes It All.
Is about a bad divorce.
Have we got that? That is
It all.
The Winner Takes It All. I don't want to talk.
I don't want to talk.
Talking makes you feel bad. It's so great, though it's killing me.
Any keys in the bowl sort of stuff?
Oh, I'd say so.
I'd reckon.
I'd say so. I remember my dad, and you were saying, did guys like ABBA too?
Men loved ABBA.
Yes, they did. My dad loved ABBA. Loved them.
Because the girls were very attractive. You know,
Okay, right. Nice.
With their new music, I hope they go for a young pop audience like Cher did with this song.
I agree. I hope so too.
Not just some crusty old smooth FM.
They just
Do you
Wait.
First song ever to use auto-tune.
If I play that for the rest of the show, you have to do that.
I love the song. Good times.
Oh, God.
I am in the Masked Singer, so
Mate,
that
you
is
don't
rumours.
You don't even need auto-tune.
I don't
You've
need
got that
auto-tune.
note perfectly.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Dyson Heppel, number 21 for Essendon and the captain. And the Bombers play the Bulldogs in an elimination final this weekend in Tasmania. So let's talk to him about that. And, of course, maybe many other things, like his golden retriever's Instagram called Zig and Flip. Either way, here's Dyson.
Dyson Heppel, welcome to the show.
Good on you guys. Thanks for that introduction. Beautiful.
Who runs your dog's accounts? Is it you or someone else?
No, that's Kate. That's my partner, Kate. So she gives it a flog, and they're building quite a following, actually.
Wow.
They are very cute.
What are they up to? What are their followers up to, mate?
What's that, mate? I missed that.
How many followers have they got? Zig and Flip.
I think they were up. They ticked over 10 or 12,000 or something the other day.
Wow.
You're going well.
Better than me.
There's some jealous people in the
I
office.
tell you what, we're going to send you a few Kong toys. They could set up an OnlyFans account if they're anything like my Murphy.
Hey, Dyson, you started playing. You're from Leongatha. Who is the competition? Was it Currumborough? Don't you hate Currumborough if you're from Leongatha? Is that right?
Oh, Borough, yeah. We didn't play in their league, but teams like, Wonthaggi,
Wonthaggi.
Imbolc, those crew around us, yeah.
Dogs.
Is your partner from down there? Is she from Gippsland as well, or?
Yes, yeah, both from Leongatha, yep.
Oh,
Both Leongatha bogans. Absolutely. Yeah. Big game this Sunday, mate. You're back in the finals unexpectedly after... Well, last year people wouldn't have thought coming to the end of the season wouldn't have tipped you to be in the finals, but it's been a fantastic effort with a pretty young team and new coach in Benny Rutten.
Yeah, no doubt. It's been a really exciting year. I think we've built steadily throughout the course of it, and I think the progression and development of a lot of the young boys has been outstanding. And we're looking to progress through this final series, and would love to get a win on the board on the weekend.
Now, what are you doing, mate? Are you going down? Obviously, we're in COVID times, and you're going down to Tasmania to play in Launceston. Are you on the same plane as the Bulldogs?
Good question.
I actually don't know, but last time we did go down, we were with the Hawks. I'd say it'd be a similar setup. So she might be a bit tense on the plane.
Yeah, we spoke to other teams, and does no one talk to anyone from the opposition? You just sit there and pretend you're not there, or is that what happens?
Oh no, there's a few. You tend to know a few blokes from the other side, so there might be a little bit of back and forth. So it's not too bad.
There's none of those Wonthaggi people on the other team, is there? Hope not.
Dyson,
no, I hope not either.
Bombers have gone through some real tough times. But do you ever just think, thank God we're not Carlton?
Oh dear. No, I'll leave that one. I'll leave that one.
What about the hair? I used to love your hair, but you've chopped it off, haven't you? You used to have like the dreads. Shaved it off. Why was that?
Yeah, got rid of the salad. When was that? About 12 odd months ago, 18 months ago. That was for a fundraiser for the bushfire appeal when that ripped through Gippsland. So
it was a good cause. So it was a good cause.
Fun there.
Yeah.
What did you call it? The salad?
Yeah, the salad. Yep.
Is that what you call your hair?
Heard of that one yet?
Hair
No,
the salad.
I haven't heard of that.
Got rid of the salad. Never heard of that.
Oh, there you go. There's a new one for you.
I've never heard of that before, and I'm going to put that in my pocket and take it away with me.
I'm going to use that.
You can take that.
Thank you, Dyson. I tell you what else I want from you, because I fancy myself in the kitchen, and I love Mexican food, but I can really only do, sort of a grilled prawn corn tortilla or that sort of thing. What is your Mexican specialty, and what is your top tip?
That's not bad. I do love my Mexican, so I'm pretty big on tacos, but also
soft or hard?
I'm a hard taco man.
Yeah, I like hard shells.
Bit of conjecture there, but I love the hard shell.
Yeah.
Hard shell man, but also love enchiladas. So can whip up a bit of an enchilada too. So don't mind that.
Enchilada for your enchilada.
I'm en route to eat some enchilada.
You're fancy, Dyson. You're a fancy man.
Very good.
Dyson, do you love music?
Don't mind my tunes.
You sprung it on me. I don't think Dyson's a fan of Cher. I don't think.
Dyson, I want you to listen to this and see if you can differentiate between the voice of Cher and the voice of Dave O'Neill. You won't be able to. Top tip.
Poor guy.
Well,
Look, he's not. What sort of music do you like, Dyson?
Sorry, Dyson.
You had the dreads. Were you into reggae or? No, you had salad, as we call it.
Yeah, true. Bit of mixed bag. I don't mind Rufus. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Whatever's going, really.
The Peppers would have been big in one thaggy back in the day. What do you call him, mate? You toss the coin, you are the skipper, Captain Courageous. What are you going with, heads or tails this Sunday?
Good question.
Well, I've had a horrid run this year. I think I'm sitting about last for winning coin tosses in the comp, so I don't know. I think I'd go the head.
There you go. I'd always go tails.
Did you?
Now Dyson's questioning his very existence.
It's failed for him.
Yeah.
Stick with it, mate. It'll come good at the right time of the year.
I know, very good.
The Bombers are backed by leading life and health insurer AIA Australia, motivating Australians to lead healthier, longer, better lives. Dyson, we're all going to be depressed in lockdown Sunday, Arvo. We need a battle. We need to watch an insane game.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No doubt. No, it'll be an awesome game. Really looking forward to getting down there, team.
Yes.
Good luck, mate.
Go the Bombers.
Go the Bombers. Good on you, mate. Thanks for all the best.
Love your work, gang. Thanks.
Do you want to see what this looks like? Well, get the visuals on Instagram. Follow Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
I don't know if you've heard the rumours, guys, but people are saying that I'm the mullet on The Masked Singer.
Are they?
Yes. My brother sent me a text yesterday and he said, people at my school, he works at a school. He works at a Steiner school.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're watching the TV.
No.
But anyway, apparently...
That's not allowed.
Apparently, then he sent me a link to a New Idea article where it says the mullet's head falls off in an ad.
Yes.
And then someone said, that looks like Dave O'Neill.
Right, because all we've got is a trailer at the moment.
Yeah,
Obviously, Masked Singer hasn't started.
And for people that haven't seen it, a lot of people wouldn't. He's a big, fat, bogan fish with a mullet haircut.
In Hosier Lane, singing?
And he wears a flannel.
Yeah.
He wears a flannel.
That's not you.
Well, that could be any fat bogan. Why are they saying that could be Shane Jacobson?
Oh, yes, it could be.
It could be the BT on fire. It could be Brian Taylor. Someone's suggesting it's Dipper. Could be Dipper.
Could be Dipper, yes.
Oh,
Who
could be
else?
Dipper.
Could be a couple of ex-teammates after they come back from a healthy off-season.
To be absolutely fair, in the promo, it sounds like Dave.
Well, have a listen. Now have a listen to the actual one.
Listen to it.
Here we go. That's mullet. Jesus. All right.
I mean,
Okay.
that could be you.
All right, it's me. All right, I admit it.
It's not.
I've just broken all my contracts. What network is it on?
Tune.
What
Channel 10.
Yeah, I've broken all my contracts. Sorry, guys. It's me.
It is.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, fair enough.
Sounds enough like you to be you.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
The podcast.
Good morning, Melbourne. We made it to Friday, and I've got a feeling tomorrow is going to be a nice day weather-wise.
Yes, it is.
I think we've got to kind of look to the silver linings.
Yeah.
I looked up the Bureau of Meteorology because, I love weather. Apparently next Thursday, this time next week, we'll be enjoying a 25.
23, 25.
Yeah, 25 degrees.
What about
so
this
that's
guy
something,
that
huh?
looked at the silver linings, Christine Swan?
Yes.
One of our Australian table tennis players
Yeah.
at the Paralympics. Ma Lin, his name is.
Yeah.
He was attacked by a bear 25 years ago and had his arm ripped off by a bear.
What?
Did he poke? Was it at a zoo or somewhere? Like, how did it happen?
Yeah, he put his hand
That was
through.
you, Dino. I thought that was you.
He put his hand, what?
Through his interpreter, he said there was a fence, but there was still enough space to fit my hand in.
Wow. It's a great story.
Don't put your hand in the bear enclosure.
Don't do that.
You remember when Pangy taught us how to get around a bear? You just say, "Hey, bear. Hey." You talk to it.
No, you
Yeah,
stand
hey-
still, don't you?
No, you
No.
walk backwards.
Taking your clothes off.
Oh, that's
And putting
right.
it
Is that
nice
true?
Yeah, one at a time.
Apparently, yeah.
your shirt off.
It's a good diversion.
You walk back another 10 metres, and you hope you've got another shirt on.
And then they
Take
get
it off.
distracted by, looking at they're curious
Yeah.
about what you've left behind.
You hightail it out
And
of
you
there.
hightail out of there nude.
Not Marlin, though.
Nude as
Took
the
his
day you
arm.
were born. Ouch.
Took his
Took his arm. Now he's going for gold.
He's going for gold now. All the best to Linny.
Chrissy, Sam, and Brownie.
Page 3 in the Herald Sun today. A little article that grabbed our attention, didn't it, Jonathan? The story of Eileen Moore, who is a Harvard educated.
Saw that.
Did you see it? Harvard educated, so very fancy doctor at Barwon Health.
So that's Geelong, down the G-Town, the G-Banger.
She's angry at elite introductions. That's an old-fashioned way to meet someone, isn't it?
Yeah, you have that woman who sets you up and you go, yeah.
Dino, you might not even know about an introduction agency. It was sort of the first,
Before the
came
web.
around in the 70s.
Yeah, before the
really.
web.
I didn't really know about this either.
Maybe even the 60s, where you paid a huge amount of money. In the case of this doctor, $5,000.
Whoa.
And they match you up with somebody on their books. So
Okay.
it's like
Sort of like
Tinder, but
Yeah.
someone else is doing it. And
Yes.
it's more personal, I guess.
And it's always a woman who lives in Toorak that runs
The
it.
job, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's almost like a madam.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
A madam, but introducing.
Like a matchmaker.
Yeah.
A matchmaker.
Yes. Like a not like a madam.
Well, there was that
Madam runs a
case.
brothel.
You know what I mean? Like a
It was-
madam's got the girls in the books though, and so she's got blokes. She's
It's
got
not-
blokes
Well,
in the
no,
books
but there
as well.
was a case here.
Ash, you want to chip in here? Is it like a madam, Ash?
I don't think it's like a matter. I think that's something else altogether.
Don't worry about
No,
it.
but there was a case with one of these
Don't worry
dating
about it.
agencies where the guys were getting sent out with, but they'd always send the same woman who was a high-class escort. But she was attractive and everything, so the guys would go like, oh, she seems like a nice person. But they would just send out the same woman every time who was getting paid to go out with these guys.
And then she would just say, oh, I don't feel the
Yeah.
connection. Well, this woman had a very specific list of requirements. And I think this is where a lot of people go wrong because you don't really know what you want until you meet it, don't you think? This woman on her list, her partner must be Australian-Irish descent,
Well, that's, yep.
have Australian-born parents, be a Roman Catholic.
She's just racist. She's a racist.
She's racist.
She's racist.
He must. How about this? He must
You're very
be.
religious.
He must be like her.
What? A
Be
woman?
like her. What does
It's
that
odd.
mean?
I don't know. And also must be taller
Yeah, than her.
than her. So she's my height, 5'9". She wanted somebody who was 6 foot. She's like, well, I want somebody who's 6 foot. Well, they found her somebody to go on a date with, this guy, David. And she was all excited to go on the date with him. She was told that he was relationship ready, family oriented, and played the piano.
Right. Bit of piano man action.
Tickle the
Very
ivories.
nice. Tickling the ivories. Anyway, then as a postscript, they said, oh, by the way, he's about your height. Bye. And then she was like, hang on, I did say 6 foot.
And then bloody
Yeah,
Rove
that's fair
turns
enough.
up.
Yeah, that's-
Jesus.
That's fair enough too to go a little bit taller.
Grant Denyer walks in.
What
What the hell?
Grant Denyer.
I think that's very narrow-minded to judge somebody on their height before you've even met them.
Well, so long as he's not too short, you know what I mean? Like a few inches is fine.
Even very short. Like that'll run out.
Yeah, but she has likes. She's paid money, though. Everyone's got their preferences in life.
But no, she's suing the
She's
agency.
suing them. She's suing them. So she went on a date with this guy and it didn't go anywhere. And then they didn't organise anything else for her because she sounds like a pain in the ass.
Absolutely.
And they offered
Did he
to...
have a name, the guy?
David.
David.
Dave.
David. I'm 6'1". You know. I'd be tall enough for a
You
Hollywood
would.
6-footer.
What would you do with this woman's phone number, though, Dave? What would you do with it?
Well, she sounds too much hard work to me.
Dave, do you believe in life after love?
What?
Dave, you know what?
So anyway,
You're getting lazy, by
I
the
don't know
way.
where you were getting at.
This doctor is seeking a full $5,000 refund, legal costs, extras for alleged misleading conduct, bullying and breach of verbal contract, and a written apology from Elite Introductions. They said, the Elite Introduction said, let's just settle this out of court. And she said, absolutely not. I'm pushing on with the matter and I will return to the tribunal in February. Mate, David's dodged a bullet.
He has a massive bullet.
This is the Chrissy, Sam and Brownie podcast.
Thank God it's tidbit time. Any in-house titties, gang?
May I offer you a tidbit?
You may, Dave.
Speaking of suing, Russell Horning, the 17-year-old backpack kid who invented the flossing dance,
Oh, yeah.
sued the makers of the Fortnite game because they said they stole his dance move and used it in the game.
How would those makers have found Russell Hobbs or whatever his name is?
He came. They said they got him in and he did the dance for them. They said, "Yeah, thanks, but no thanks," and they used it apparently.
I wonder how much money you got, Dave.
I don't know. I'm trying to find that out.
It's huge. Great tidbit. Great tidbit.
Great tidbit.
You guys want to go?
I'll have a go. May I offer you a tidbit?
Yes, Jonathan.
A widely reported urban myth is the design for the Flinders Street railway station
Oh yeah.
was meant for the Mumbai railway station. And the Mumbai railway station was supposed to be the Flinders Street station.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that rumour.
Yeah, it was reported that the plans were switched, resulting in a Gothic-style station in India, which is more Melbourne sort of style, and a vaguely East Indian-style building in Melbourne, which
right.
does resemble
Absolutely.
like the Taj
It does.
Mahal, that sort of look.
It does.
Because there was competitions run, and apparently the plans were accidentally switched.
Is that true?
Well, that's what they say.
Wow.
Hard to verify,
I like
but that's what
that.
they say.
It's a great one.
Let me look up Mumbai Station.
Yeah, I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Robin, good morning.
Good morning.
You good, Rob?
I am. I'm very well.
You want to hear some music before you give us your tidbit?
Sure.
Okay, Robin, tidbit, please.
Mate,
Everyone out in Heathmont with Robin. They love it out there.
May I offer you a tidbit?
You may.
The word puggle is used to describe a crossbreed of a pug and a beagle, but is actually also the name given to a baby echidna.
Ah,
Didn't know that, Robin.
Fantastic tidbit.
beautiful.
And also, do you remember, you might be, it says here, are you 44, 45, mid-40s?
Yes.
You might remember puggles from our childhood. Do you remember them? They
I
were
do.
like, you do?
I do indeed.
Yeah.
May
They
I
were like
also,
a little toy, like a beanbag toy.
Oh,
Yeah.
May I also offer you another tidbit related to that train station
Yes.
tidbit just before? I think. May I offer you another tidbit?
Yes, Robin.
That same fact about the mix-up of the train station design, that also happened for Maryborough in country Victoria.
Yeah, which has a very impressive train station, doesn't it? The one in Victoria. With Maryborough, Queensland, was that right?
Victoria, Newcastle, Maine.
Yeah.
But what was
What did
the
they switch
mix-up?
it with?
They've got a very, very elaborate train station that looks like Flinders Street because someone took the wrong plans there. So it's very elegant, very gothic, very disproportionate to the amount of people that live there.
Mark Twain famously visited Maryborough and said it's a, what is it? Is it a railway station with a town attached?
I can't
It is
imagine.
impressive. It's huge.
I can't imagine, though, that something as time-consuming as building a station back in the 1800s, which would have taken years.
Yeah.
that there could be a mix-up of a plan. I find that most
small
unusual.
country area.
I don't believe it.
Robin, you've been very lucrative for us, and now you have a box of 4 and 20 pies.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
And an
Thanks,
18-pack of Walker's Donuts, celebrating
Yes.
15 years of delicious donuts.
Yum. Benjamin from Sunbury. Benjamin.
Morning, guys.
Hello.
Benny boy, how are you, mate?
Yeah, good, thanks.
What do you got for us?
Sure. Hey.
The wood frog can hold its urine for up to 8 months.
Wow.
We've had that one.
Oh, my God.
Amazing. Shows a wood frog after a big night.
Oh, I can hold mine for about 8 minutes.
I think it's fair to say that the wood frog can hold its piss.
Yes, it can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well done, Benny boy. I love that.
You've got a... No, I won't give you the knitting kit, even though I can smell it on you. You're a knitman. 6 bottles of wine from Zonzo Estate. Enjoy authentic Italian cuisine paired with the perfect chocolate. Zonzo Estate. It's in the heart of the Yarra Valley.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, Benjamin.
A knitman.
Ash, good morning.
Hey, guys. How are we?
Good, mate.
Good. How are you holding up?
Yeah, great. Yeah, just finished work, actually, so nearly home to bed.
Just
Well, you're a
finished
shift
work.
worker. You must be a shift worker.
I work in for COVID quarantine Victoria, actually, so it's, big night shift for us.
That'll be fun.
Mate.
Things have toned down a little bit. Remember last year? Remember all those stories? Do you work in the hotels, do you?
Yeah.
Frontline worker, this guy.
Yeah, frontline worker.
That's it.
Remember
Yeah,
all the remember all the shenanigans with the security guards and the guests?
Yes, correct, yes.
Were you part of that, Ash, or...?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. That was a different time then. We won't talk about the company that ran that, but yeah.
Different time, but a better time.
Sounds like the guard went from room to room with a rose in his mouth, just knocking on the door.
Bachelor style.
Anyway.
Well, my twin brother was in quarantine recently, and he said it was very well run, Ash, and everyone was lovely. And the food was
Well,
good.
it's good to know. It's very good to hear.
Yeah,
Good
food
on
was
you.
good.
Yeah, we do a good job there. May I offer you a tidbit?
You may.
Yes.
With the Paralympics, actually gets its name because it runs parallel to the Summer Olympics.
Wow.
Is that right?
Really?
Yeah, I thought always thought it had something to do with sort of disabilities or something like that, but it's it runs parallel.
I've learned.
There you go.
Didn't
That's
know
a
that.
great
But it doesn't run parallel. It runs after.
At the same
Well,
time.
close enough. Usually it is. I think it is usually a lot closer, but with restrictions in Japan and things like that, I think it's a bit. It was.
Well, normally
pushed
straight
back a bit
after.
further.
It's always
it's at
after.
the same time, but the Paralympics is always after, but straight after. But it might be better mean parallel as in the same time span or similar time as the Summer Olympics, whereas the Winter Olympics is 2 years later usually, Swanee.
I reckon
there
it'd be
you go.
cool if they ran as part of the Olympics.
Yes.
I reckon that'd be rad.
I reckon it'd be fantastic.
Probably
should do
too many events, though. I think
Yeah.
they want to give the Paralympians the full opportunity. They probably don't
The
have enough time.
focus.
Ash, would you like some signature cocktails from the budgiesmuggler.com?
I love it. Thank you.
Easy, mate.
Beautiful.
Enjoy
Good on you,
that.
mate.
Can I also get a little bit of share at the end as well?
Oh,
yeah,
interesting,
of course.
interesting.
Here we go. You ready?
Warm up your voice.
Here we go.
'cause
This is-
You've been
this-
lazy the last.
This is all the frontline workers out there.
Oh, don't shoot your own too early.
Gee, sorry, Ash.
Here we go. How do you feel, Ash?
Better.
The resemblance is uncanny.
Yeah, he feels better.
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie.
Neil Whittaker, an interior design expert who you may have seen on Love It or Listed Australia or The Block on Channel 9, in which this weekend is the biggest controversy to ever hit the show. But he's also here to talk about his homewares collection, which is available online now at My House and House, Bed and Bath. Find out more at myhouse.com.au. Here's Neil.
I'll be heading straight to that website, Neil Whittaker, because there's two things I love, you and bed linen.
In what order, Chrissy? In that order?
In that exact order. And you know I do love my bed linen. My question to you is,
Yes.
it's such... it's almost a fetish for me. I've only got one bed.
Yes.
How many doona covers does one woman need? Because I'm sure I've got too many.
No, there is no such thing as too many when it comes to things like that.
Six.
You can never have. 6? No. Keep going.
Keep going.
Well, I think I've got 3 or 4 in my range. So that. Okay. So.
No!
Oh, you're breaking up, Neil.
Neil's
no!
in the country. He's in the bush.
Oh
No, he's
you're
right.
back.
You're right, mate. You're right, mate.
Yeah, I'm here.
How many times do you change your doona cover linen? Like
How
your
often?
doona covers. How often are you supposed to change it?
I'm a once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's
every time I make the bed.
Pretty much. It has to be once a week for people like you and I, so that the bed linen in the cupboard, it gets a fair shot at being used.
Well, exactly. Especially now I've got my own range. I have to play around with all the colours.
Oh my God.
I can't say over the other.
So envious. Do they come in Super King? I mean, I suppose I could go and Google that. Now I'm just having a chat with you like we're just
No,
talking.
they can't. No, as far as I know, there's no Super King, but King definitely.
Yes,
Yeah.
King. King's enough, isn't it? You need Super King.
That's right.
Okay.
Swanee's doing all right for herself. She's got an upstairs, Dave, didn't you know?
Wow.
We're here to talk about something else, Neil, but can you just convince Brownie to go on the block?
Yeah.
I'm not going on the block, mate.
Come on, you'd be great.
Why do I need to convince you to go on the block?
Well, my wife...
Go on the block? Do you want me to talk you into it?
My wife has gone mad and she reckons she's going to audition for the block next year.
She'd be great on it.
For 10 weeks. 10 weeks. No.
You get to sleep on a hard mattress on the floor with the rain coming down on you. It's wonderful. And then you get to be judged by people.
That'd be fun. I may do it if it comes with a Neil Whittaker doona cover.
Correct.
What do you reckon?
Absolutely.
Hey, there's a big controversy this Sunday on the block, Neil, involving Josh and Luke, the twins. I know you can't give too much away, but biggest controversy in block history, apparently.
Yeah, apparently it is. Now, look, I mean, A, I can't give too much away, but B, I don't know too much because, as I think I've mentioned to you guys before, we don't actually get to spend much time with the contestants. The judges are in a bit of a vacuum each week. Yeah. We turn up and we do our judging and we don't know too much about what's been going on. So a lot of the time, we're seeing it unfold on the show as you guys are too. But all I can say is apparently somebody broke into the production office and took a swipe at the production schedule, the room schedule.
Oh, so it gives them an advantage.
Which would, of course, give somebody one hell of an advantage. And, yeah, I mean, that's big. That's big stuff. So that is very controversial, and that's all I know. So I'm going to be watching too to see who's guilty.
I remember doing that in back in my playing days, Neil, when I used to play football.
Yeah.
The odd bloke would sneak into the fitness conditioner's office in the pre-season, those gruelling pre-seasons where it's bloody hot up in Queensland, sneak in his office to see what the exercise schedule would be for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Just so they could get out of the right training sessions.
Get right. All right, this homewares collection, Neil, for folks that are fans of your style, they can go to myhouse.com.au. What sort of gear can I make my house look flash with?
Oh, my God, I'm looking at it right now. It's amazing.
Well, as Chrissy's already said, it is primarily bed linen. It's a bed linen range and towels, but there are some great home decor pieces as well. There are some lamps, there are some candles, there are vases, there are some there's picture of art that actually photographs that I took, and a couple of mirrors, and it's a range that's going to keep on growing. But the heart of the range is really about bed linen and towels at the moment.
How many pillows should you have on your bed?
Okay. When they're a pain in the arse, Chrissy, to throw them on the floor when you get into bed, that is too many. And I'm that too. Sometimes I go to bed and I think, really? Have I got to move all that lot onto the floor?
Yeah.
But again, it's like you and your bed linen. There's no right number or wrong number really.
I would have thought 10 on my bed's too many.
It's too many.
I think 10's too many. I think two or three big ones, and then the ones you actually sleep on.
Well, you're supposed to start with the big Euro cushions, the large at the back, and there are some of those in my range, and then of course you have the standard size ones in front.
Great.
If you're changing stuff in your house in lockdown and you want to pick up some sweet gear, myhouse.com.au, you can see Neil Whittaker's homewares collection. Hey, thanks, Neil. Thanks
Neil.
for coming on.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure talking to you guys. And can I give a big hello to everyone down in Melbourne too? I miss Melbourne, my favourite city. Love to you all.
We miss you as well, Neil. We'll see you soon.
Ever wondered what happens in the studio? Check out Chrissy, Sam and Brownie on Instagram.
Dave.
Thank you as usual, Dave O'Neill.
Thanks for having me.
Bring us and Melbourne so much joy.
It's been a lot of fun.
Before we hear the cheat, you reckon you got one more in you?
Surely. Not my best.
It's really good, but you don't know the rest of the words.
No.
Just one more and just hold it for longer, like
Okay, I'll
3
try it.
times
Come
as
on.
longer, and then we'll go straight into the cheat.
Sure.
Dave O'Neill.
Oh, I'm exhausted.
Everybody, it's Friday. What does it mean? End of the week, look back, what it was, what it is, what we did, what we didn't. End of the week of getting out of bed with your alarm ringing at your head instead of getting ready for the weekend. Let's go through the week. Little bit of Brownie, a little bit of Chrissy, somewhere between there's Pang, that's all free. Cheat time, celebrate, it's Friday. We put our hands up to the start of the weekend with the cheat sheet of the week.
Hi, let's go. On Monday, we talked about Max Gawn kicking the winning goal after the siren for the Demons.
Now 44 points down. It's a bloody good effort to come back.
An amazing effort, and just watching it live, it was just, you couldn't believe what you're seeing. And also, just so classy of Maxi to put out his cigarette before it's kicked, you know what I mean?
From the red and blue to the black and yellow, we talked to Jack Revolt about Basher Hooley.
The idea that you look across the field next year and see Basher Hooley in another jumper, what are your thoughts?
Yes.
I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, no, I think you retired, didn't you?
Let it go.
And whilst we talked to Jack, someone else came into the room and it got a little distracting.
Hey, just because Brandon's too scared to ask, right? What you talked about your talked about your retirement. Some of the greats, obviously on Hawthorn's side, there was Alistair Clarkson and Sean Burgoyne. Seriously, shut that kid up. Not looking around.
We had news of the Queen.
COVID scare for the Queen, Swanee. A staff member at her Balmoral estate tested positive. Also, the Queen had visited a Bunnings that is now a tier 1 exposure site.
Liam gave us a call.
Hey, Liam, now that you've got Brownie's ear, is there something that you've always wanted to hear him say to you and only you?
That I'm the most courageous local footballer he's ever seen.
Liam from the Murrumbina Griffins, you are the most courageous footballer I have ever seen.
God, I love you, Brownie.
I love you. I honestly love you, Brownie.
We learnt about criving. But, hang on. What a tune. Here we go.
Last night, I got in my car and I crived. It's crying and driving. Criving.
I was driving in this morning.
Well, yeah.
When I realised that we had to talk to Josh Friedberg at 20 bucks.
You'll never see me again.
Flynn called in.
Flynn from Lara Flinny.
Hello.
Hi,
Flynn. How old are you, Flynn?
9.
Worked out funny. I've just realised after the whole how old are you to the kids, I've got no follow-up questions at all.
No, I know.
I need something else. Is it Liberal or Labor man?
We reported the news that Kanye West has bought his home he grew up in. And Chrissy will say exactly that right now.
So he's bought the house that he grew up in. Wouldn't you love to own the house that you grew up in? I would.
I just think, do I?
Yeah, we talked about a therapy dog.
Kylie's in avoidance of homeschooling at the moment, and she's got the technique down pat. She threw up a therapy dog. I said, what's the difference between a therapy dog and a normal dog? There is no difference.
Not the greatest joke in the world, that one.
No.
What's the difference between a therapy dog and a regular dog? There is no difference. Do I win the car? No, you don't.
Andy Allen gave us the secret to a cheeseburger. Once again, he's going to say the exact same thing right now.
So the secret of the cheeseburger? Bacon jam.
Bacon jam.
What's bacon jam? Is that just bacon sort of thermomixed up and mixed up with your raspberry jam or something?
Oh. No, not quite. Not quite.
Wait, no, you don't have to say not quite. You're so nice. You go, no, not quite. That's just a hard no.
What a tune! Sam was speaking of emails.
Yeah. Speaking of emails, is there any email you're getting rid of quicker at the moment than the one from Qantas about your frequent flyer points?
Yeah.
Mate, I don't even open it.
Neither do I.
More of a waste of time than introducing Prince Andrew to a woman in her 20s.
We spoke about Brian Taylor injuring himself.
Brian Taylor, BT. He's injured and airlifted to hospital after a gas explosion at his property. An incident occurred while he was on the hot water service, Swanee. As he said, he suffered minor burns. Full recovery and return to TV duties this weekend, and Channel 7 have just announced that post-game on Friday night, Flaming Brian.
Like we did last week, we talked about the Masked Singer, and Sam's really pushing his idea of the gimped Masked Singer.
I told you last, I know that we've seen the Masked Singer's coming back, but the gimp Masked Singer is my idea. Also, who's not watching that?
Will the ball have to be in the mouth or a ballless gimp mask? Just a zip?
It'd be zip. Should be able to unzip.
Sure.
Yeah, because you can't sing with a ball in your mouth.
Yeah. It's funny enough to tell me that.
From us, we will be back Monday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Until Monday, bye!
Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, Ripper Show will be back tomorrow. Chrissy, Sam and Brownie, unless it's a weekend.
Over 100.